NY Times columnist, yes, even George Washington statues must go. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below. New York Times columnist Charles M. Blow made the case in Sunday op-ed that yes, even George Washington statues must come down amid the intense debate over historic monuments. On the issue of American slavery, I am an absolutist, enslavers were immoral monsters. The very idea that one group of people believed that they had the right to own another human being is abhorrent and depraved. The fact that their control was enforced by violence was barbaric, Blow wrote. He dismissed the defense of slave owners as being people abiding by the mores of the time, saying they used anti-black dehumanization to justify the holding of slaves and the profiting from slave labor. Dave Portnoy, Jamel Hill ignite cancel culture war over past remarks. Some people who are opposed to taking down monuments ask, if we start, where will we stop? It might begin with Confederate generals, but all slave owners could easily become targets. Even George Washington himself. To that I say, abso-freaking-lutely. Blow exclaimed. The New York Times columnist explained that Washington owned more than 100 slaves and pointed to the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793 he signed into law that allowed slave owners to capture runaways in any state and criminalize the aiding of escaped slaves. Decades later, the 13th Amendment nullified the law. Let me be clear, those black people enslaved by George Washington and others, including other founders, were just as much human as I am today. They love, laugh, cry and hurt just like I do, Blow wrote. When I hear people excuse their enslavement and torture as an artifact of the times, I'm forced to consider that if slavery were the prevailing normalcy of this time, my own enslavement would also be a shrug of the shoulders. Click here to get the Fox News of Blow insisted that monuments in public spaces should be reconsidered, stressing that no person's honorifics can erase the horror he or she has inflicted on others. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below.